Sensation, no doubt.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it.
And now a word from
Ron and Fez.
Gay.
Ron and Fez! Hey!
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron, there's Fez.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
I know you like cowbell, Fez.
Thank you, I appreciate it. More cowbell, the better. It's the fastest hour in radio. We'll get it started here on 106.7 WJFK.
What's the hurry, Fez? How are you? Is everything okay with you?
I'm good.
All right, now let's get it started.
Okay, and live 105.7. Included in the documents about interrogation methods released by the White House is a memo from Donald Rumsfeld approving the removal of prisoners' clothing and using dogs.
It also said on this document a big LOL. I don't know what that means because I don't hang around online, but apparently he was very happy with this.
Apparently this was mixed up with his profile on eHarmony.com where he was looking for a date.
I'm not familiar with the eHarmony. What's that?
That's the one where you hook up online.
I meet people in the real world.
Internet dating.
I go in the old school, Fez. I meet people in reality. Why don't we ever just do this? And I think it would have been fine. What if we would have came out right from the beginning, said we hate terrorists, we don't care what we have to do, we're not listening to the Geneva Convention because these aren't countries we're dealing with, these are international terrorists, and that's the way we deal. That's the way we throw down. Instead of acting like that crazy torture speech the other day, we don't torture, when obviously we do torture.
And we have the memos that say we torture.
But, I mean, would you have any problem if we stood up and said, forget everything that happened at the Geneva Convention? That's what happens when there's a problem between two countries. We're talking about an international terrorist group. We're going after them, and we're right on this one.
Yeah, the honesty would be really refreshing, and not the going back and forth, too, of, it was the baseball-headed girl from West Virginia that did all this on her own.
Her name is Lindy England, and I wish that you wouldn't call her baseball-headed. I honestly believe their head's the same size as anybody else's. It's just, it was a cell phone picture, and she was leaning back, and I'm sure her head's a decent size.
Your head should never be pear-shaped. You shouldn't be pear-shaped from the neck up.
She's just as God made her. That's how she's made, Fez.
And she got left holding the leash.
So the embarrassing thing about these guys, they honestly believe they're doing the right thing, but they're afraid to stand up and say it. That's where they let us down.
Yeah, and I can't see how Rummy is going to last much longer. And the pictures of him, he is aging by the day. I mean, he already looks like grumpy old men.
We're all aging by the day, so don't worry about that one. He came in looking like grumpy old man. This is the grumpy old man campaign. I don't understand what it is, but President Bush doesn't want anybody around who's younger than him. It looks like he's got all of his dad's friends over at the house. Oh, yeah, that's right, he does.
Well, when they talk about, like, Cheney, and they say, he worked for the Ford administration. How many presidents do you get to work for? There ought to be a term of limits there.
He worked for Henry Ford, Fez. You're confused there, yeah. He was actually the first factory. 1909.
He was working on the assembly line.
After that, he went to work for Mr. Firestone for a couple of years. So, I mean, that's my big problem with them right now, is that they're ashamed about what they've decided to do, and they kind of make us ashamed.
And that's where you can't believe them, because it goes back and forth. You get a memo, and then you get something that says, no, we don't do exactly what's in the memo.
You can't believe them because they're liar, pants on fire. That's the one reason you can't believe them.
That's the memo they ought to write.
But I got news for you. There's not a poker face in the house. I'd love for them to sit down at the table in Vegas.
Al-Qaeda militant Abu Musab al-Zaghari has threatened to assassinate the Iraqi interim prime minister, saying they have found a useful poison and a sure sword for him.
Oh, that's not nice. That's actually not nice. And you know what? It's 2004. We have bullets. You don't need a sure sword anymore.
Yeah, everything's Arabian Nights over there. Now, this is going to be ugly if we lose our interim prime minister by June 30th. Then it's like start all over again over there.
We got more, Fez. I mean, you can't back down. You can't say, oh, now what do we do? Yeah, they're going to be threatening them. This new government that we're setting up or there is going to be threatened for at least a decade or two. There's no doubt about it. There's nothing you're going to be able to do other than beat those guys.
And I think they're running out of candidates. There's a lot of people that don't want to be prime minister.
Well, I wouldn't. I'm telling you right now, if they call me, I will not accept. I'm just not going to do it. Newsweek reported on a letter that Saddam Hussein wrote to, I guess, his family, saying that his morale is high and to say hello to everyone. Like he's away at summer camp. Now, does this sound like somebody who's going to trial for genocide, Fez?
No, this sounds like someone that'll be back in the palace by the 30th, by July 1st.
Good news, I've lost 30 pounds, and I feel like I'm 40 again.
He thinks he's at a spa.
Yeah.
Where they cleaned up the beard. I guess anything compared to the spider hole is nice.
He said the only thing that he didn't like is somebody with a small head came in and pointed at his naked crotch. And I hope that's not Lindy. I don't believe it is, because I think her head is normal size. It was just a bad picture.
Who is the everyone that he's saying hi to? We should have rounded up everyone on that deck of cards. All his friends should be down the hallway from him in different cells.
You know what's funny? They probably sit around playing cards at night with the cards that they're on. I got 2 Husseins. I got a pair of Husseins.
Go fish.
That would be weird. They go, here, you can play cards, but it's death cards with you guys.
You have to use this deck. The only one that's out is Baghdad Bob, the information minister.
Yeah, now he's giving us information, the squealer. You know, that my biggest problem in life is always with a rat. And the rats always get out. And it bugs me. Why should he get away? Now, Saddam's lawyer said that Red Cross documents show that Saddam is being physically abused while in U.S. custody.
All right, if Saddam ends up being the sympathetic figure in this one.
You don't think that, I mean, we're stripping down other guys and then putting attack dogs on them, and we're not doing it to the one guy who knows where weapons of mass destruction are, if there are any?
Yeah, I just can't picture them chasing him with a dog because he's going to get on that stand and he's going to say they put me in a butt pyramid besides other things.
If he makes it to the stand. I'll be shocked if he makes it to the stand. I just can't picture. I call right now Saddam Hussein.
He's going to be coming into the courtroom like Scott Peterson does, in a brand new Gucci suit and just styling and profiling the whole way in there.
You think so? He's going to look good for himself?
I think they're going to clean him up nice for his trial.
Who's going to clean him up? His lawyers or...
His lawyer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can't imagine us going, look, I know you don't want to do this, but you're going to feel better once you do. Michael Moore and his distributors lost their appeal Tuesday to lower the R rating for Fahrenheit 9/11. Is the R rating fair, Fez?
Obviously I haven't seen it, but I think if it's that graphic of footage of civilians being killed and soldiers being killed, the R rating probably should stand. If it's that, gory.
I kind of go just the opposite and feel like a lot of these shots should be on television. Of these kids, if you're 15 or 16 years old, within 2 years you could end up over there. You have a right to know what's happening. It's not like we can keep these kids in the dark anymore.
With the news, they would always put on a disclaimer. So if they did that with the movie, I guess that's what they are doing with the R rating.
They should put up a disclaimer by saying, with the news, we lie. So don't pay any attention what's coming next.
I don't think it's going to hurt the movie too much, though. I think, You don't
think it was going to be a big teen movie?
No, I don't think so. I think the heat's going to be there, and people that are going to want to see it are going to get to see it anyway.
Yeah, but I mean for teenagers, that's the thing that you're asking. Do we want the teenagers to see this or not? I'm sure people aren't going to be taking their little kids there. But when kids go out on a Friday night, should they be able to go see this film? I'd rather have them see that than see whatever crazy Lindsay Lohan movie, this crazy fantasy where somehow if you buy a pair of Nikes, you end up making a basketball team. I mean, most of the time that we're sitting down, kids are watching movies, it comes down to if you make more money, you'll be happy. Let them see what's out there in the world. It's time. You know what? I want to grab their little heads and make them look. Look what's happening. This is about 700 days away from your future.
John Kerry had what's being called a secret meeting with Senator John Edwards yesterday.
I bet they were kissing in this secret meeting.
Now, for a secret meeting, a lot of people seem to know about this. It was everywhere in the papers and online today.
Who said it was a secret meeting, though?
All these articles keep saying
Yes, the papers say that it's a secret meeting.
because they wouldn't say what they talked about when they came out of it.
Maybe it's nobody's business. Maybe it's nobody's business whatsoever. That doesn't make it a secret meeting.
I wonder if Edwards is the pick or is Edwards the decoy in this vice presidential race to see who gets to be the running mate.
You know, I don't even hear anybody else's name come up. I got to tell you the truth, Fez. I know you would like some kind of a crazy pick to excite you, but I never even hear anybody else mention.
Yeah, the only I hear Gephardt mention, and oh my gosh, what a boring ticket.
Yeah, that would. Well, it's no matter what ticket Gephardt's on, that's a boring ticket. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back in just a few moments. The Ron and Fez Show.